Noticing any points of tension, even though you're applying a gentle pressure, just noticing, are there any points of tension, whether it feels physical or energetic, emotional, mental, just stopping in those points. Let's soften the grip and reawaken kind and capable hands. Welcome to Monday Movements. We're going to go over a somatic practice for the forearms, elbows, wrists, and hands. So this whole region of our body, when we have anything presenting in this area, from a non-medical perspective, yes, seek medical help if you need to, medical assistance, but from a non-medical perspective, we're going to start to look at the metaphysical components of any presentations that are showing up in this area of the body. If you missed last week's episode on the psychosomatics behind the presentations in this area of the body, we had broken that down in the previous episode. So I highly recommend you go back and watch that just so you can have a bit of a deeper understanding with where we're coming from in this episode and within the somatic practice today. So today I'm going to take you through an instructional video that's going to take you step by step through what you can do to explore this area of your body in a gentle, kind way, and do it in your own time and space after this instructional video as well. Otherwise it'll feel a little rushed if you're only going to practice during this particular video. I'll be writing the steps below in the caption so you can screenshot that, take a photo, take notes, and then practice it in your own space and time with no rush afterwards. So let's get into it. First, you want to start with some kind of essential oil or blend that's going to stimulate the nervous system, stimulate and activate the third eye. Because when it comes to our forearms, wrist, and hands, we have the heart chakra. This is the minor hand chakra connected to the heart chakra. And our third eye, our perception, our clarity, our belief systems. All that we talked about from the previous episode is connected to those two chakras. So today we're going to use the sense of smell and the pulse points around the hands, the heart, and the third eye. So to begin, you want to pick your essential oil. For me, I've picked the chakra balancing balm from Perfect Potion, and you just want to place enough in your hands for your hands and a tiny bit more so that we have a generous amount for the pulse points as well. So you're going to take the essential oil in your hands, rub it together. We're going to make a cup. We're going to start to inhale. Inhale the scent, activating the third eye chakra, visualizing a purple or indigo light here. 2 more breaths, inhale and exhale. Just arriving in this space, arriving with the third eye, with the heart, with the hands, the forearms, the wrists. And 1 more breath in and exhaling out. From there, we want to just anoint the pulse points. So just below the thumb on the wrist, on the outer side of the wrist, the inner creases of the elbow, anointing the heart chakra, and anointing the third eye with this essential oil. And just really bringing presence to the sensation of touch in your body as you anoint these places. We want to start to use the thumb of the opposite hand and very gently, very lovingly caress the inside palm of the opposite hand. This is a somatic practice, so there's no pressure, no roughness or trigger pointing here. We're just bringing love and a presence and anchoring into the body through physical touch. So just spending time here, taking in this stimulus, noticing what shifts in your body as you do this. And then swapping to the other side, using opposite thumb to trace the inside of the palm of your hand. Noticing any points of tension, even though you're applying a gentle pressure, just noticing, are there any points of tension, whether it feels physical or energetic, emotional, mental, just stopping in those points. Waiting for the release. When you do this in your own time, you can give yourself as much space as you need for that release, and then moving through a few more times. Once that feels clear, we're going to move into the forearm sweep and flick. So this is a little maneuver that I came up with to drop into these areas of our body and also to just move any areas of stagnation that we feel in the body. I'm beginning with the prayer position, then I'm twisting like this, allowing my fingertips to trace along the forearms and the elbows, crossing over, coming back to this position where hands are facing together, and then back into prayer. And then I just keep moving that way. It doesn't matter, don't get too caught up in which direction you're going here. It doesn't really matter, because you're going to be tracing all these parts of your body regardless of which direction you go in. So I could go backwards, for example. I'm still tracing the inner and outer forearms, the elbows, the hands, and just doing this a few times. And when you get to a point where you feel there's this like build up or stagnant energy, this is where we can start to flick. So flicking the hands out, coming together, noticing the energy, and then flicking. And this is kind of like anchoring into the body, noticing what we notice, and any areas of stagnation, we're imagining flicking it. Then from there, once you feel that you're done and you've taken enough time to fully be present with that, we move into shaking of the wrists and hands. And again, this is just shaking up energy, inviting stagnation, again, whether it's physical or not, to arise and to move. And you can be as gentle as you need to here. If you have a lot of physical pain or discomfort here right now, it does not have to be big movements. It could even be as tiny as this or as tiny as this. You know, it looks silly, but just start there. You might want to go very vigorous if it feels good, if it feels right. Taking a few breaths, grounding into the sensation of this movement, grounding into the body with the breath, using the breath as your anchor. And then on the last breath in, so you're going to do it 3 times, 3 breaths in and out. And then on the exhale, coming to stillness, placing your hands on your lap, resting down, closing down the eyes or softening the gaze. And taking your awareness to this area of your body, to the forearms, wrist, and hands. Noticing what you notice here. Perhaps inquiring, what textures do I feel in this area of the body? Perhaps it feels dense, grainy, cold, warm, numb. Just noticing the sensations and the textures of this area of the body as you rest here in stillness. Querying into the mind, the mental body, taking note as well. Is my grip softening? More and more after each exhale here, each breath out. Or do I feel a point of resistance or tension? As I exhale, it's this struggle perhaps to let go in this area of the body. What point of tension is that, if so? Maybe there's a thought that pops into your mind, a singular word or a sentence or a belief. Just taking time for that to arrive, to come through. And then with our hands remaining there, our breath anchoring us into our body and our awareness going down on each exhale into the forearms, into the wrist and the hands, we can start to inquire with the emotional body, are there any emotions that wish to arise here and emotions that wish to release? Allowing any emotions to arise and release here, giving that space. And then to bring this practice to a close, we finalize with the energetic body, keeping the hands there in stillness, keeping the awareness on the forearms, wrists and hands. Begin to visualize a soft green glow pulsing from each palm of your hands, the minor chakra, and a deep indigo glow pulsing between the brows, the third eye chakra. And with each inhale, feel the green glow pulsing upwards to the third eye. And with each exhale, let the indigo glow soften down into the hands. Let this visualization cycle with the breath for a few moments. And then you can end this practice with the incantation. I hold what is mine and I release what is not. I hope you enjoy this practice. If you try it in your own space and time, let me know what you think. I have the notes below, and I will see you in the next episode next week.